Today on Forbes, in Musk's global Powerplay, everything and everywhere's a conflict. Just after midnight in the wee hours of last Thursday morning, Elon Musk video conferenced in from Washington, D.C. to Dubai's World Government Summit to pitch his Department of Government Efficiency effort to a gathering of global leaders. Musk, clad in a t-shirt that said tech support, said, quote, "We do need to delete entire agencies." Before the event wrapped, Musk and Omar Al-Olama, the Minister of Artificial Intelligence for the United Arab Emirates, announced that Musk's tunnel startup, the Boring Company, would be building one of its underground loops in Dubai for an undisclosed cost. Al-Olama said, quote, "It is going to cover Dubai's most densely populated area for people to go from point to point in a seamless manner." He said this despite the fact that the Boring Company's only existing tunnel, in which Teslas ferry people around a conference center in Las Vegas, is beset by trespassers and minimal traffic. Later that day, Musk was meeting face-to-face in Washington with Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Once again, the discussion was a mix of government cost-cutting and topics, space, mobility, and technology, that intersect with Musk's business empire, as Modi later said on X. Starlink, Musk's satellite company, is seeking approval to provide wireless internet to India's 1.4 billion people. Musk occupies an unprecedented position. He's the world's wealthiest person with vast business interests around the globe, while simultaneously acting as a de facto number 2 in Donald Trump's administration, with the power to shape critical U.S. budgetary matters and foreign policy. The potential for Musk to use his position to benefit his companies and enrich himself is endless, whether that's within the U.S. government or with foreign leaders, on whom he depends for regulatory approval and contracts. Now, those leaders have another way to curry favor with President Trump, helping Musk and his companies. Don Fox, former acting director of the U.S. Office of Government Ethics under President Obama, says, quote, "It appears that he's treating his position as the head of DOGE as just one big business development opportunity. If he really was committed to being a public servant, he wouldn't be taking those kinds of meetings. What could possibly be his interest with government efficiency and meeting with those heads of government?" The reach of Musk's business empire is global. There are some 5 million Tesla cars on the road today, while Tesla controls over 60,000 charging stations across 51 countries. It has gigafactories in Shanghai and Berlin, and a proposed plant in Mexico. Starlink, the satellite company operated by his rocket launch company, SpaceX, provides internet access in over 100 countries and territories around the world via its network of 7,000 low-orbit satellites. Other countries have contracts with Starlink to provide internet, including Ukraine, or are in talks with Starlink about future deals. On his social media company X, which has an estimated 415 million users across the world, according to Statista, Musk alternatively criticizes and praises foreign leaders and political parties, while controlling the algorithm that elevates some voices over others. In an emailed statement to Forbes, Senator Richard Blumenthal, Democrat of Connecticut, said, quote, "Elon Musk is responsible for the biggest public corruption scandal ongoing in real time right before our eyes, holding personal business meetings with world leaders from the White House, controlling government agencies that provide contracts to his companies, and seizing government data that can give himself a leg up on his competitors. Mr. Musk's clear exploitation of his position in public office for self-enrichment cannot stand." Musk may have other foreign investments that remain a mystery. He has an estimated $9.5 billion in cash and other investments from previous sales of his Tesla shares. Some of that money could now be in stocks or in shares of private foreign companies. As a special government employee, Musk only has to file a confidential financial disclosure form with the White House, which will likely not become public. In response to a question about conflicts of interest last week, Musk, speaking from the Oval Office last Tuesday, said that he would police himself. For full coverage, check out John Hyatt's piece on Forbes.com. This is Kieran Meadows from Forbes. Thanks for tuning in.